that is, the soil of the land around the shrine of Imam Hussein, be mixed with camphor, but it should not be applied to those parts of the body where its use would amount to disrespect. It is also necessary that the quantity of Turbatul Hussein is not that when it is mixed with camphor, the mixture may not be called camphor. Point number 8. If camphor is not available, or the quantity available is sufficient for bathing purposes only, it is not necessary to then embalm the dead body. And in case it is in excess of the requirement for bathing, but it is not sufficient for embalming all the 7 limbs, it should, on the basis of precaution, be applied on the forehead of the dead body first, and the remainder, if any, should be applied to the other parts. After that, the dead body is to be put on kafan. Now comes the ceremony of shrouding of a normal dead body, that is the kafan. Do please understand that looking and viewing the private parts of a dead person is a sin. A Muslim should be shrouded in 3 pieces which are obligatory. Number 1, the tunic. Number 2, the loin. And number 3, the sheet. It is preferable if some pieces of cloth are given, like the ran pitch, that is, for wrapping the legs up to the ankle. The amama, that is the turban for gents. The makna, for wrapping the heads of the ladies. And the dupatta, for ladies to hide the hairs and the chest. First of all, lay down the cloth strip about the mid-portion of the body over which the main sheet should be laid. The size of the main wrapping sheet should be such that it may be tied up at the head side as well as at the feet, and the breadth should be such that the edges should overlap. Lay the tunic on the upper portion of the sheet, and the tunic size should be as such that it may cover the entire body from the top of the shoulder to the middle of the calf, that is the back and front of the dead body. But it is better, it is up to the feet. Tear the cloth in the center in such a way that the body's head may get in. Roll the upper cloth of the tunic in such a way that when the body is put on the tunic, its upper part of cloth would cover the dead body. Lay down the lower cloth on it in such a way that it may be easy for wrapping the dead body from the navel to the knees, but it is better if the cloth may cover it from the chest to the feet. On the loin cloth, the ran pitch for wrapping the thighs and legs be laid in such the breadth should be the size that it could be tied around the belly, and in length it should be of the size so that it could be wrapped along the legs up to the ankle. This cloth is rent into 2 parts, from the bottom up to the hips. Put the cotton on the round page in such a way that when the dead body is placed on the coffin, the hips rest on the cotton. If the dead body is of a lady, then put a cloth on the tunic at the place where the body's chest comes up. In breadth, it may be of the size that it easily covers the chest of the lady, and in length it could be wrapped around the chest by overlapping its edges. The cloth of the shroud should not be so thin that the body is visible. If the shroud of the deceased becomes impure due to any reason, then the impure portion should be washed or cut out, or the cloth be changed. Now, place the dead body on the coffin very gently. First, tie up the round page like the cloth, tie it on the belly, and take out the separated cloth by covering the private parts. And then wrap the legs separately up to the ankle. Then wrap the loin, that is wrapping cloth, from chest to ankle. Then clothe the upper part of tunic on the dead body. Put Shahadat Nama on the chest, etc. If she is a lady, tie her head and hairs with the makna for covering it, then another piece of cloth for the hair up to the chest. For the gents, tie a turban in such a way that its edge goes around the neck. Ta'atul hanak.